Come along with me as I cross something off my bucket list. Okay, I'm walking upstairs of a grain bin. It's the middle of summer, about 4th of July time. So if you're from the Midwest or have a farm, you can probably guess what I am going to do at the top of the bin. I'm not going to jump off of it. I'm not scared of heights, luckily. If you are scared of heights, I would not recommend doing this. Also, if you're a kid, don't do this. It's not safe. You definitely want to be experienced in climbing grain bins and have somebody with you. So that is clear at the top. We're about 80 feet in the air, and we're going to climb up a few more. I had to set my phone down for this part because it was kind of hard to climb, and I had to use both my hands on the rail at the top. But as you can see, we have fireworks. We are in like fireworks central, 85 feet in the air, and there's literally fireworks right next to us. Somebody at their house, which we were not expecting, were lighting them off. But there's also fireworks all around us that you can see off in the distance. I was so surprised how low fireworks were. I just thought that they were still going to be higher than me, even though I was 85 feet in the air. But as I kind of moved the camera all which way, you can see that there's like some fireworks off in the distance now there. We do have windmills, which are those red legs popping up, and it's really hard to see with all the lights. We were talking and we're like, man, they should shut every light off for the 4th of July, but just wouldn't be safe for the airplanes. But as I'm looking around, so you're gonna see all the random flashes of light as I kind of zoom in there are actually the fireworks. And it was hard to focus them, but now this is over across another bin site, so now we're looking the opposite direction, and that must have been like a town or something doing those. And then there's another neighbor. Those ones are a little bit farther away, but still pretty close. And then we just see a whole bunch going off in the distance. They're just everywhere. I mean, you have no idea where your head's turned at right now around this bin, and that's because it was really hard to look everywhere, but they were all around us. And okay, so now I'm showing you these windmills, and the fireworks were set up so they were going off at the same exact time the windmills are going off, but there was fireworks in there, so watch. See, now it goes up, and then it booms right when the windmills were going off. And I was like, oh my gosh. So that was actually a Lakes fireworks. And I don't really want to explain too into detail what towns that we could all see. But we could see probably about 5 different towns' fireworks. So that lake that we're seeing where all those windmills are, that's about, I don't know, 30 minutes away, and we could see them pretty clear as day if it wasn't for the windmills. And then as we're up here on top of here, we could see some that I just couldn't even get on video. They were so clear in person, but on the video they just looked like a blur, and they would do stuff like that, and so if they were any farther away, they were kind of hard to watch. But those are the close-up ones at that first neighbor, and then over there is the lake with all those windmills that are flashing up. And then we had some to the left of us over across the other bin set, and then we had some to the back of us, a neighbor. Then we had some off to the other side, and those ones are harder to record. But I think I got some on here. It was just nuts. I couldn't believe being on top of a grain bin and watching the fireworks. And this wasn't even 4th of July, it was actually the weekend before. And so on the 4th of July, I know there's a few different towns around that are actually doing them then. And I kind of wish that we could have planned it when we knew that most people were doing their fireworks, but it was really hard because another lake, the opposite direction of the lake that you saw, was supposed to do their fireworks, and they actually postponed them, so we didn't get to see any of those up there. But it was definitely last minute. Like, we were watching them in the pickup, and I was like, dang, I wish I could see behind me. I feel like we were only watching like some people's fireworks, and I was like, you want to go on top of the bin? And my boyfriend was like, yeah, sure, let's go. And so we drove over there and climbed the bin. We just climbed it in the daylight a few days ago, and so I was prepared. I knew kind of what the steps were like and what it was going to be like, which made it a heck of a lot better to be able to film going up those stairs, and just my confidence of being up there in the dark when it was about ready to rain. I actually felt probably more confident on the bin stairs than I do like at a big water park on their stairs, because I know that there's just so many extra bolts and screws in those stairs, and it's really sturdy, and they're always tightening those. Now at a water park, I don't really know the maintenance or how many bolts are on there. It just doesn't seem as safe. I don't know, but I still would not recommend climbing these if you're not experienced or have somebody experienced with you. I just think that this was such a cool thing to watch, and I wanted to share it with all of you so you could see what it kind of looks like on top of a bin set. And we are also in a really high point in our area, so 85 feet in the air on top of a bin. We're like up high on a hill too. We're not like down low and then climbing 85 feet in the air, so we're at higher elevation. And I can't tell you exactly, but I think that helps. Just I was thinking, like, you know, this is the closest thing to like probably what a plane would see if you were watching them out a plane window, but you can see so much more because you have no window to look out of. And so it was just such a neat experience. I wasn't bored at all, and sometimes I get bored watching fireworks, like you've seen them before, but it was so overstimulating, and everywhere you looked there was something going on. And we watched finale shows. We watched some places, they actually like outdid other places. They actually went longer. Like, they were lighting fireworks off, and then another show would start across the way, and then the show that started after would finish before. And so it's just so interesting, like who was going the longest. And we would watch some people start, and then some people would light a few off here and there, and then they'd light a few more off, and it was just incredible, honestly, to see all the people out there having fun and lighting the sky up. I will say it wasn't as loud as I thought it would be. It really wasn't. Like, as far as sound, there was no wind, so we could hear, you know, boom, boom. We could hear all that. I think it would have been a lot more scary if there was wind being up there, honestly. But there was no fog, so we could see for miles. We could hear stuff, but it wasn't that loud. It was just, you know, like a snap of a finger. That's what I just did. And randomly when the finales would go off, those would get pretty loud. But I don't know if the tin and just the location that we were at just kind of muted that sound down, but it was just a cool experience. And we got to laughing. We were kind of joking. We were like, all right, I think those people are done. And then they would start some more, and it was fun. I don't know. I don't have a lot more to say, and I don't know how much longer this video goes on, but let's kind of I'm just talking, but let's kind of watch the video here. So we have those ones, and then those ones, and they were everywhere. Like, I'm serious. I just love having this video to just experience it all over again. And this is a phone recording, so obviously it's not very good, but I still got some like pretty good of the explosion shots when they were cracking down. But like that was pretty cool, even though it's blurry. Then as it focuses there, you can see it a lot better. Yeah, that was just so neat. Some of the towns, like especially in the windmills and stuff, where you could see those over by the lake, you could tell that that was like a lake because the fireworks are so big and bold. And then when you would look at the ones like in town, just random people shooting them off, they were just like really low quality, and we could hardly catch them on camera. This is my boyfriend, and he just
whatever.
He was so mesmerized. He was just like looking at them. There's actually a spot here, I think, where I caught him just smiling. It was so funny. And I had asked him if he'd ever done it before, and he said 10 years in a row, but I know that's not true. And so I don't think he'd ever done this before either. Always thought about it. I think my brothers actually did it once, but they had to climb like a ladder to get up to the leg of the bin. They don't have the same staircases, and I think the staircases are a lot better. It made it a lot safer and easier to do. Yeah. Wow. I mean, this had to have been a finale of some sort over here. They were definitely just going rapid fire. I couldn't even catch everything. I wish I would have turned my phone sideways. I always hear vloggers talking about like, hey, I caught it the wrong way, and I caught the whole entire video the wrong way, I guess. You just don't even think when you're in that moment and filming until you go to put your video together. I would like to start taking more videos and stuff, but we just do so many awesome adventures like this, and are always doing stuff around the farm. And honestly, it's just so hard to capture on video the true authenticity of the moments that we experience. And I've taken so many videos. I tried to take a video of me power washing my garage out with the new DeWalt hose power washer, and the video just didn't do it justice. Every time I would quit videoing, then like the really cool parts, the chunk of mud would pick up and fly off. And I really respect videographers after you try to do it. It's like, wow, you think that vlogging is so easy, and then you go to put your video together. Oh geez, now my dogs are barking. See, I'm telling you, vlogging is hard. Now there's people here probably because my dinger went off. Okay, I'm gonna quit talking, enjoy the rest of the video, and there's a little snippet at the end. Who's for the best?
This cat south of us.
Alright, now the task of going back down, which is honestly so much more scary than going up. Oh my gosh. My boyfriend's making fun of me. I had to put my phone away so I could hold on to both sides, and then my boyfriend took this video of me.